I'm in a contemplative moment here. I've just been evicted from my RV site that I've been at for almost 5 years for frivolous reasons, and honestly, I think it's a gift from God, because now, you know, without the burden, and it has been a burden, and a blessed burden at that. I mean, I've enjoyed it. I mean, my family and I are about to go separate ways. Me exploring the world, and them being on their own, which has not been the case for, I guess, a little more light there, the past decade or so. This is difficult for me, so I'm going to relate to you how it's going to go. I mean, by the end of February of 2023, hopefully, if things work out with my finances and I get a new RV that works for me and not for 5 other people. And my daughter Sarah is very, how do you say, resilient. We've had our heads butts so many times, and we've had our differences so many times, and it's finally got to this point where in my life I'm going to say this. in reality, life never occurs as expected. It only occurs as God wills it. And I do believe in God, so help me God. My brother Kevin has taught me that. More importantly, my grandfather taught me that before he was even almost out of diapers. But when you are faced with these kinds of things unexpectedly, and you made plans, but the plans change unexpectedly, you adapt. So I'm adapting. So where I'm at now is going to go away in about 45 days. Do I care? Well, I did expect to get the grandkids through school, and then Sarah can get her place and start anew. But that's, excuse me, bourbon, beer. When I think of, you know, the diary that I'm making now with the camera, and the YouTube channel I've started is going to change too, because frankly, you know, when you're free and you live in an RV, you can go pretty much wherever you want. You know, there's difficulties in that. I mean, there's the road experience. Anything can happen. And if you're living in an RV and the RV gets broken and you gotta get it fixed, where the hell are you gonna live when you gotta get it fixed? That's the thing that concerns me. I mean, I have to spend all my savings to buy a new RV. Most of it, anyway. I can go to finance and do finance issues, but I don't want to do that. I want to be able to buy an RV and get rid of this one. Not get rid of it, but, you know, trade it in. So I've often considered to let the banks just take it. I mean, you come and get it. But the problem with that is, if they can't sell it or auction it for what you owe on it, you still owe on it. And I can pay it, but I don't want to have to pay it. I want to trade this in, put it on a new loan, and then pay the new loan with whatever's left over from what they can auction it for. But you know what? I've just started this journey to a new journey, if you can put the math together, and I'm going to go out and shop for a new RV starting this weekend. Right now it's the Thursday, the 19th of January, and this is for the record. I'm owed Social Security payments for Kathy's final payments. It's about $256. I don't even know what I'm going to do with that. I mean, it's been since July, since you passed away, and I have not collected on that. I have to go to the Social Security office to do that. I did get her life insurance payments, which is going to afford me a new RV, somewhat, depending on the deal I can make out with a new dealer. I mean, I'm looking at two places, Tech RV or Camping World. Now, Tech RV only has smaller, I mean, one-person RVs, which is kind of not what I'm, you know, I want to be able to live comfortably, and for me to take a one-person RV, which is, you can't even stand up in these things. They're so small, width-wise, you can't stand up in them. And the bathrooms are like wet bathrooms. You mean, not, you know, where you sit down, you're separate, and then you have the art. You get the picture. Wet RVs are not fun to deal with. But that's what these RVs are with Tech RVs. So the people I've talked to about inspecting my RVs, and pardon the jets going around, have lots of information, and they're willing to share it, and they've shared it with me. But it's expensive to have an RV inspected. But it's well worth it to do that before you purchase an RV, to know that there are not any issues with that RV. As the RV wingman, and salute to you guys, have expressed in so many RV videos that I've watched. And RV men, if you're watching me, I don't know, but what I've learned in this world is this: trust your instincts. And my instincts are to, you know, get in a solid RV that's fit for me, and only me, and maybe luckily someone else if I run into them. I'm not looking for that. I'm just telling you, frankly, I've been married to this one woman for 46 years, and I've known her 5 years before that. I have feelings about that. And my feelings are this: if I'm lucky enough to run into someone that's willing to spend their life with me and get happy, which should be anyone's goal, to meet someone and be happy. I find it often that when I'm looking at someone, I can see in their face they're not happy. And probably you can see in my face that I'm lonely right now, and I am. And I'm missing my mate. Gosh, I don't know how many of you are going to be viewing this, or how the world thinks of it, but I got to move on, and this is one way of doing it. I mean, God granted me this life, and I'm going to take care of the soul He gave me to the best of my ability, and I'm going to try to understand what the world is like. I mean, I got a little bit of that experience in November when I went traveling, as I've recorded and shown you. But this is going to be different. This is going to be my life henceforth, at least for the foreseeable future. Foreseeable future. Who can see the future? No one can. I mean, you can plan for it, but you can't see it until it becomes the moment that you live in. And that's what I do. I live the moment, and right now I'm sharing this moment with you. In reality, when I was sitting here writing my stories and doing my books and stuff, I was thinking about what it would be like to have someone like that in my stories, the characters and stuff like that, you know, interact with you right now. So it was fun. It was a fun mind thing to do. And that's what helped me through writing the stories, is to imagine what you were actually doing if you were that person and you saw these things and you did these things. That's my books. And my last book was kind of like that. My recent publication, I should say, because I plan to write more stories, I plan to do more things, especially as I experience life henceforth, you know, going forward. So when I relate to you and tell you things, I'm looking at the camera, I feel like I'm looking at you, my viewers, and honestly, it's a kind of a connecting kind of thing with me that I experience. So whether it's my family or some stranger I'm happen to run into and give the information to and how to connect and with me, that's kind of what I'm relating to. So stay tuned. It's going to be interesting in the forthcoming weeks. And I say weeks because that's the future. And I'm looking at now, the present.